for me.
No, now they can.
Now they can hear me? Oh, you muted me out until like, yeah.
No.
I was watching last week's and I'm like, man, I'm totally not going to screw this up. The screen's blank. And then I'm like, oh.
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
One of the buttons wasn't programmed still, so.
I'm glad I don't have any buttons because.
That's what it was. That was probably the nervousness. I'm like, is this right? Is it right?
Yeah, because like, what is this? 153, I think, and you 154, and you're nervous now.
Got anxiety about hitting that button to go live.
Yeah, no,
it happens, dude. It's a thing. Like I don't know what it is.
Trust me, dude. I know anxiety is a thing. All right, it flows through me like the Force. All right,
it exists.
I'd be a Jedi if it was like anxiety flowing through you. Like that's how damn good I'd be.
Good shit.
So what's new, man?
What's new?
Yeah.
Not a whole much. With me or the news?
Whatever. I don't know. Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose.
What's new?
Yeah. How's life? How's things?
How's life? How things? That's good. As you see, though, as you've witnessed with this stuff that we do weekly, we try to publish weekly. We don't always make it. Anybody that hasn't caught on, new audio episodes upload or publish Sundays at 5 p.m. That will be the new schedule as far as the audio episodes when they go out. So Sunday at 5 p.m., check on your favorite podcast app. That's new. I've been doing that for the past like 3 or 4 episodes. Nothing real new in life, man. Just, doing it. News, though, I did not come in here planning to do the show yesterday that we ended up doing today. However, like I did not think something in the news would happen such as it did. But once again, for all the people doubting that there is some pandemic going on, it claimed yet another person.
Yeah.
So.
The king, not Elvis. It was another king.
Yeah.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Larry King. Dude, that is not... And I'm not even a fan, honestly, of his. There's so many things that I can recall different times that I've seen him on TV. Like some of the interviews, Seinfeld was one, Frank Sinatra, Paris Hilton, Elizabeth Taylor, Marlon Brando.
Yeah, his show was just Larry King Live. That's what it was called, right?
Well, but then there was another one before that.
Oh, okay.
And then he also did journalism work. He started out, I believe, as a journalist in Florida.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Imagine being some type of broadcaster for like 64 years?
Right. I can't imagine doing anything that long. I'll be happy if I live that long,
Dude, I'm amazed that 3 years happened here. And
yeah. Dude, it's a feat in itself to keep anything together that long. Like just even in bands and stuff that I've been in my life, like it's hard to keep anything going for an extensive amount of time.
When you're relying on what effectively turns out to be individual splinter cells, basically individuals,
right.
It is hard to keep people going with it. It really, really is, and can be. I mean, you really got to have a level of dedication to or commitment to something to keep it going. Even something as simple as this, which isn't simple.
No.
When you break it apart into all the basic bits and bobs and whatever.
Right. And I mean, it's still taking time out of both of our, days.
But imagine 64 years worth of something. Like,
I wonder if that dude was married.
Had to have been multiple times, I'm guessing.
That's what I mean by multiple times, though, like, because his work was first, you know what I mean? Like, that's what, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, sometimes that you gotta, I don't know, I'm learning too now, like, it's best to like dive headfirst into something rather than like if you have, if all your shit's messed up around you.
Yeah.
Like if you just put your focus onto something, on a project or something positive, it's a lot more easier to lift yourself out of your slump or whatever you're in, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, working towards something, working on something, learning something especially. Because if you're working on something that you already have practice with, like say you play music or whatever,
right,
and you're just trying to create a new song, that's fine. But now, let's say you want to write a new song, but fuck guitar, fuck bass, you're going to do it with a piano. Now you have to learn to play a new instrument.
mm-hmm.
Like, when you get more involved, more in depth with it, it's going to be it's going to distract you further so from whatever else is going on. And that's what, that's how you can really distract yourself. Like I distracted myself years ago learning Linux. Like I went on an 18-month spree of learning a operating system that really wasn't there at the time.
Right. Well, that's like, you know, well, that's just like this whole music thing with me. Like I was, my whole world crumbled, and like, I don't know, I got this little thing going on, and then, this too. And it's just like, I use this to pull myself out. And,
yeah. I wouldn't call it little though. That's,
I don't know. It's something.
It's something.
I don't want to talk like I'm too big for my britches or anything,
No,
because I'm
man.
no pro by any means, man. I'm just me.
Who is?
No,
Definitely not
right.
us. We're not qualified for that.
No, I don't really think I'm qualified for anything.
You'll see, man. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll do the judging at the end of this episode. You got one co-host that's too full of anxiety. Even hit the go button. He's just like sitting here shaking.
I know, and if you're full of anxiety, dude, because we're in deep shit,
Right,
then because I'm always full of it.
The ship is sinking
Yeah.
today, son.
Grab the bucket, my friend, because we need to bail out. So what do you got? So, Larry King. How did he pass? I didn't.
COVID, battling COVID.
It was COVID.
Yeah. No, and take it for what you will. You already said it on the one episode, okay? Did anybody get the flu this year?
Right.
Have you heard about the flu? No, not really. If you want to call that the flu, fine. Something exists. Something has been toying with the world, and toying is a real late word.
Well, yeah.
So much, in fact. Okay, and this is called segue. We're shifting from that, and we're going to bounce back to the Larry King thing here in a little bit.
I like bouncing.
Yeah, a few more things I want to bring up. Who's it? Anheuser-Busch? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
The beer company, Budweiser?
Yeah.
Budweiser is joining the likes of, what's it called? Pepsi and Coke. Some advertise with sitting out for the Super Bowl. Like they're not taking time to advertise their product this year. Okay.
That's a big deal because like Budweiser commercials, Super Bowl, like they kind of go hand in hand. You know what I mean?
Bud Bowl.
Yeah.
Isn't that a real thing?
It used to be. Do you remember back in the day when the Bud Bowl started and they had the bottles that like, it was like, you know what I mean? Computer animated and the bottles fought each other.
Bud Bowl.
Yeah. It
Shit was
sick.
great.
Dude, it was sick. It was so sick. It was better than the game itself.
Yeah. I watched some, like, how many of those were there?
I can't confirm on that. I don't know because the Bud Bowl suddenly went away and then they had the Puppy Bowl.
Right.
Have you ever seen those before too?
It's not as entertaining.
It is not. No, they don't even have helmets. Like, you know what I mean? Give the dog some helmets and it'd be entertaining. Like,
I'm going to say there's no exact point where the world got all nerfed up, okay? But a few of the turning points was when, like, no more Marlboro Man. You got to get rid of Camel Joe.
Yep.
You can't have a cartoon character representing an adult product.
That happened, what, mid-90s? Like 2000, somewhere
like that was one of the the turning points. And then you get the parental advisory logo. That was another explicit lyrics.
Yeah.
We're labeled explicit.
Are we? Well, that's probably because of me.
Well, no, we have to be.
Oh, because of me?
No, just guidelines. Like if
we
we weren't.
Would you blame something on me?
No.
Right.
Like if I didn't mark the show explicit and we actually were, one episode like swearing and somebody like, oh, they're not it could be pulled down.
Oh, I got you. You
Like
get flagged
gone.
for it. Yeah.
No, gone forever.
Gone forever.
So I just mark it explicit on the sheer chances that a guest, anybody, us comes on and we do swear, do talk about something that's not entirely family friendly. But no, Budweiser sitting out the Super Bowl, okay? They're not sitting it out entirely. They're putting the money that they would have used for the ad towards a COVID-19, like frontline workers getting vaccinated.
Yeah.
So other people, Pepsi, is not sitting it out entirely, but they are taking the ad time to advertise smaller products. So like Frito-Lay, Mountain Dew.
Okay.
Not their main.
Not the main kibosh.
Yeah, they're not trying to.
They're not like, yo, drink this Pepsi with Mr. T slamming it down your throat or something. I pity the Coke drinker.
Right.
You know? He's like gold chains and all, just slamming down.
He's still alive for now, right?
What do you mean for now?
Pepsi, you need to do that commercial.
Yeah, Pepsi, hire Mr. T. If I had the money, I'd hire Mr. T. Like, Duh. Just to sit here, even maybe let me wear one of his chains. I don't know. Or maybe cut my hair for me, which would be awesome.
Right.
Yeah. I need a new mohawk. A Mr. T mohawk.
Do it up, man.
I might.
Bright green that shit too. Like neon green. I want it glowing at night.
It'll probably be blue, but
glowing at night like you were hanging out at Chernobyl when that shit happened. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Glowing. Anyhow, why do you think it is?
What's that? Why they pulled?
Why people are thinking that like this year is an especially risky year to do something with the Super Bowl?
Well, obviously, the obvious reason it's a goddamn pandemic. You know?
Right. You don't want to be known as the pandemic soda company or what?
No,
like
I wouldn't want to be known as the pandemic anything unless I was the pandemic stopper. You know?
Right. Well, we've got, what's funny enough is, and we said this last week, they've got two vaccines that are allegedly equally as good.
Mm-hmm.
But also we've now got a mutant, like homegrown strain, like fork or strain. Fork would be in the software world, or strain, different strain of corona coming from California. Like their own homegrown super COVID. That's been in the news lately.
It's like the Incredible Hulk of COVID.
I heard about it from a doctor today. I had a doctor's appointment. They're telling me about this shit going on. It's like
there's no end.
No end in sight, man.
No hope. I just want to go to a fucking concert.
Right?
I just want to see a show, man.
That could be a good thing.
What, seeing a show?
Yeah, that's not over the internet.
Oh, no.
Well, I understand the necessity for not doing it.
Yeah.
Like, have there been anything happening, at least in our country, as far as masses of people getting together? Like, are they still doing the stock market?
Oh, yeah, that's still a thing.
That's a lot of people gathered in. I mean, it's not really, the stock exchange is in a tiny location.
No. Isn't that Wall Street?
I think that's what it would be considered, something like that. Stock exchange, Wall Street, That's a whole world that I'm not clued into.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, just obviously a pandemic going on. But what makes a pandemic happening? Okay, be like, I'm not going to advertise at one of my biggest, like, of all times a year, there's a game coming up when I get the most eyes on my product.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to get the most eyes possible. Eyes, ears, whatever. Is there a way to listen to the Super Bowl?
I think so.
Other than to have it on live TV and just be in a different room hearing
I would
it?
Matt, you would have to
be, right?
Yeah, they got to broadcast it by audio. There's
Audio.
Yeah.
Super. Okay, so I'm going to have more eyes and ears on our product for our advertisement slot this year than I will the rest of the year probably. And I'm not going to advertise. It's too risky of a year. Pandemic is cause for that? Or you think the apocalyptics of 2020 all year and all just the shit going on, could that be it? Why that's why it's too risky or what?
I think so.
I think it's all
I think it's all that related. It's all, everything's
snowballed downhill
exactly
to the point where it is.
Yep.
It sounds plausible, man. I'll buy it for right now at least. I'm not saying I'm going to buy it forever, but I'll buy it for now. Like, did you see some of the... I'm trying to think. What were some of the big commercials now that we're talking Super Bowl? I don't even really watch the Super Bowl. If I did, it was to watch, like, the halftime show and some of the commercials that I've caught over the years. Like, that...
The Mr. Peanut commercials were badass, like last year. Remember, they killed off Mr. Peanut, but then they resurrected him.
How'd they kill him?
He flew off a cliff, saving I forget who he was saving, Wesley Snipes or somebody like that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man. But then they resurrected him. Yeah.
How'd they resurrect him?
He I forget how it happened, but you'd have to go. It was like a series of commercials.
All right, that's badass.
Yeah, you should watch them. They're actually pretty kick-ass.
Do you remember the commercial where they revived Frogger?
Yeah, I remember that one.
That was I'm not saying that was a Super Bowl commercial.
No,
but that was pretty badass.
Yeah, and then there was like wasn't that Walmart commercial where like like when they were showing like curbside pickup and stuff like that, where like it was the DeLorean and the the Ghostbusters van and or
Oh,
car.
really?
Yeah, dude.
Shut
Like
up.
I swear to God, like
Was that
all
Super Bowl or just a
I don't know.
commercial?
I don't know if it was Super Bowl or not when it came out, but like it has all this like '80s nostalgia stuff. Like the Mystery Machine flies through there. Like it's rad, dude.
Like, I don't think it's worth starting to watch TV. I don't watch a lot of TV as it is.
I don't watch it at all. I stopped like 2 months ago, dude. I watched Cobra Kai and that was it. Like I have not watched anything. Like after that, I watched Rocky 4 last night. I did do that.
Which one's that?
That's versus Drago.
Oh, okay,
versus
yeah, yeah.
Mother Russia when the
Right.
Creed dies.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of people. There's some people hating on Cobra Kai. You know that.
Well, then there's people hating on Game of Thrones too, but they don't have opinions,
Right.
and if they
Well,
do,
they
they don't
do.
matter. Yeah, they don't matter, especially to me.
Right. I mean, they kind of do have a point though. Like, do you see like how old Macchio is? Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, he's
Like
59.
getting up there, man. I mean, but come on, how
I
old
don't
was
know.
that movie? Like 30 years?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My dad's 61, and my dad's still a badass. I'm not saying he's doing karate and stuff, but like, he's lifting engines into stuff and doing stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So like, I don't know. Like, it's not out of this world to,
Still be doing stuff?
yeah, it's not at all.
No, it's not.
Age is just a number.
No, my dad, he laid block at 70 some years old. Was like not brick, block, like some. What are they? 8 to 10 inches high, 8 high, 10 wide, 12 long. I think is how big a block is,
Mm-hmm.
roughly. Laying those, like slinging mud with a trowel, helping on my nephew's house. That was nuts.
That's insane.
Like myself. Now, granted, we weren't experienced. Myself and my nephew, we weren't experienced in laying block. Okay, but we're a few years apart in age. Like.
Is he older or younger?
Yeah, he's a couple years older.
Okay.
But anyhow, we teamed up. Okay, so us two on a team, running, getting our own blocks, our own mud, and he had a little bit of experience with doing it. I was mainly the labor, getting stuff. Could not keep up to a 70-some-year-old dude, my dad, going. We didn't even lay half the blocks he did. He had 16 laid, and he was a mason. That was his trade. Like, that's what he did. At I forget what, 73 maybe?
Wow.
Yeah, laid out. 16 blocks. I think we got like 5 or 6.
So he was smoking you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Needless to say, yeah.
It was dumb to even try and have a we
Yeah, but it's dumb, and at the same time, it's not, because it makes you work harder too. You know what I mean? Like, it gets everybody going. Like, I used to do that at Walker Lumber. Like, I used to, if the line was slow, and you weren't supposed to do this whatsoever, I'd start grabbing boards and running with them. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah,
Running
doing
down the whole
dangerous
line.
shit.
Oh yeah, but like, then all of a sudden, everybody's running with the boards, and we're clearing that line like crazy because they see idiot Jimmy's running up and down the line like a maniac, and they're like, "Well, he looks like he's having fun. We're gonna do it too." And I did. I had a pretty good time doing it.
Yeah. You'll have this, man.
Right.
No, it's just, it's crazy, when you see something like that. This, not saying Dad's special. I mean, he's special to me, the family, right? But
Right.
to the rest of the world, some people, but not everybody. Not special in the sense of like Larry King, broadcaster, loved by many people that watch his shows, his interviews, whatnot, But when somebody is into what they do and that's what they've done for years and the mastery that comes with that, it's like, what's that saying? Like 10,000 hours is right around and you master something or start to master it.
Yeah.
It's like these guys got beyond that. They got to be passing like the 1,000,000-hour mark or something,
Jesus.
We got a ways to go, James.
Yeah. Yeah. We do got a ways to go.
We definitely have a ways to go. Yeah, I don't know. If I had if I was a team, if I was a team,
Right.
part of a team that had a product, a big ass product, I don't know if I would pull it or not. Because say you do go ahead and advertise, right? You really think, because of everything going on, where it's snowballed to, pandemic, everything else, people at the end of the ropes and beyond, with like, just like can't do it no more. Like,
Right.
figure this shit out, get the world going, or you know, or else basically. Like, I don't know if I could pull my product when that's going to be one of the biggest advertising days or times.
I know that it would really be a tough decision, man. Like it really would, you know what I mean? Like,
In that,
yeah,
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 it would.
it would be hard.
But hey, hire us. We'll make that decision for you. If it's too much for you,
Yeah.
we'll do it.
Hire me for whatever. I'll make all kinds of decisions. I don't know if they're the right ones, but I'll make them. What the hell?
Is there a business for sinking ships?
I don't. If there is,
Gotta
man,
be, right?
If there is, my God, I've missed my calling for 37 years.
We're Google searching this shit
Yeah, I am.
as soon as we end today, sir.
Uh-huh. I am for sure doing that.
But no, and not only that, another thing that gets me is, we'll even bring up Stern, Howard Stern, Larry King, people that have talked to other people. And what goes along with that job that they do. Imagine, like, granted, you're a bit of a celebrity yourself if you're either one of those guys. They were celebrities, well known, the world over, knows their name. Not saying a household name, but pretty much, you know. You go just about anywhere, say it, and somebody's going to know it within earshot, right?
Right.
Imagine all the people you get to talk to. Like,
Yeah.
dude, just even that short list I ran down: Frank Sinatra, Paris Hilton, Lady Gaga, Elizabeth Taylor, Marlon Brando,
Yeah.
OJ.
Yeah.
And that's just people from our times. That's, well, not really Sinatra and Elizabeth Taylor, but they were interviewed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Brando's still relevant. You know what I mean? Like he's always the Godfather.
Yeah, there's people, you know, reciting lines from that daily almost. You know, depending where you watch, whether it be in pop culture, in a movie, on a podcast, whatever. I've definitely heard it come from different shows that I listen to. People imitate and understand something like it. But to talk to all those people, that lineup, like that's a pretty well established, you know, I mean, like well-rounded life you'd live talking to people like that. It would also, you think you would definitely, you would have to almost learn something talking to that many people from different walks of life that have created something for themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, surely you couldn't just be there and just be
You
like,
just call me Shirley.
yeah, Shirley,
Don't call me Shirley.
get on the mic.
Sorry, I had to pull the airplane
all right.
joke.
But no, you would have to pull something from that, something useful for your own life, you would think. Even though you're older, you know,
Yeah.
older, undoubtedly wiser, you're still always going to learn something.
Every day is a day to learn, no matter what.
Like, I don't necessarily agree, like, I can't say I agree with King or Stern personally. I've watched different interviews they've done, like some, tuned others out, just like, it's not for me, you know? But still, I just couldn't imagine being the one sitting in that seat, having those, you know.
Those people like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Like,
I hope to someday.
yeah, same here. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
The only one that will never get Mr. Rogers.
yeah, no,
That dude's gone.
yeah,
It would have been cool.
And Dimebag Darrell would have been awesome to interview.
Right?
I just feel like he'd have just been like chugging blacktooth grins the whole time and like yelling all kinds of random shit. And like, but it'd be
Is
such
that what
a
he
good,
did for other interviews?
I don't know. I would imagine you've seen the videos, right? You've seen the home
I've
videos.
seen some.
Yeah, well, I mean that's enough.
Let's go there for a minute, because along with these celebrities and interviewing them, they're celebrities because they're fans. They have fans, many, many fans. That's what makes them famous celebrities, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How, like, a fan shot him, right? Dimebag?
Yep, on stage. Yeah, because Pantera broke up, and it wasn't even his fault. But that guy was blaming Dime.
Right.
Yeah,
But still, just that and Lennon,
yeah,
you know, super fans, like
yeah.
stalkers, I guess.
Yeah, and
You
yeah,
wanna call
because
it that?
yeah, because that's past fandom, dude. Because like I'm a fan of so many of these musicians and stuff like
Could
that.
never
but,
gun
like,
one of them down.
not even like I wouldn't even walk up and grab a hold of one of them. You know what I mean? Like I'm very like when I meet them and stuff like that. I'm very like not timid, but like you know what I mean. I give them space and like I'm not trying to be that fan that's jumping all over and doing backflips and stuff like that. Yeah, you can probably hear how excited I am in my voice because like obviously like I've looked up to these people forever, but at the same time, you know, I don't want them to be like, oh my God, this guy's a maniac. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's a line to be drawn.
That surely has to just miss some people's heads. Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
they
for
just
sure.
so into it, no self-control, whatever. And then obsessing on something, for whatever reason you do it, just you like obsessing on stuff, or you're ignoring other aspects of your life that let you, because you're obsessing on that, and that's, leads to the unhealthy stalkerish, I guess I'm gonna say, levels of it. I don't know. Can't put myself there. I've never never been on that. I've been fascinated or a huge fan of certain things, but I said I never personally got to that level. Can't understand it. Like I can make sense of it, kind of, how somebody could, but no. I couldn't put myself there ever.
No, not in that place, man. Like that's a place I've never even gone. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I can't imagine being that obsessed with somebody. Like that's crazy.
That and the skill, man. The skill that it would take to talk to that many different people. Like, do you understand that?
Yes, I understand that.
Like
a lot right now.
Even sitting and doing this doesn't always go smooth.
No, and no, dude. Like in the interviewing aspect, it's a whole different realm. Like
It
of
is.
talking.
It's far beyond conversation.
Yeah.
It is a conversation, but it's far beyond like the form of interviewing.
Yeah, and
asking questions.
And you got to be able to like ask the right ones to continue the conversation and to dig deeper. Like because otherwise, like I've found like you know what I mean. You can ask these questions and get these small answers or whatever, and like it'll just stop you dead in your tracks pretty much because it's like okay, like you know what I mean. You don't even have a rebuttal or anything to it, and it kind of makes it difficult at times.
That and another big thing, and this goes for not just interviewing somebody. When you're having a conversation, anybody out there that hears this now, in the future, you listen to the audio, rewatch this video, or watching it for the first time in the future. Next time you're talking to somebody, don't underestimate what a slight pause can do. When you say something to them and they respond back, when you think they're done, just do a slight pause, because that whatever quick answer back or couple sentences could turn into a couple paragraphs to like 5-6 minutes instead of a few seconds.
So you're saying to give a pause?
Yeah, like whenever, like say you're doing an interview or just having a conversation with somebody.
Okay.
About whatever, and you say something and they reply back, and when you think they're done, don't respond, because they may go on. Especially in interviews, you can get to some really good lengthy stuff that that whoever you're interviewing hasn't talked about on another show, because somebody asked them a question, and the natural, when they answered the question, when that person that was interviewing got to where they thought that question was done, and they, instead of pausing, cut in with the next question, then that stopped that right there. But if you ask a similar question and you get a similar answer, but if you add a pause in where you don't cut in with a new question, they might tend to go on.
You can do that with a pause, and I also I've picked up different techniques too on it's more or less like leading them more into it's they give you the answer to the question, and it's like you kind of lead them into more of the story of like, well, what brought you there, or you know what I mean, like, well, how did you get to that point, or what were you thinking at that, you know what I mean, like stuff like that to lead them into more of the story.
Right. Sometimes they'll go there with it. That's what I'm saying. You do the pause, and whoever will naturally go there. Just do a slight pause. When you think somebody's done talking, don't respond right back right away. Slight pause, and it may go on.
Yeah, and I've also read that too. Like a lot with podcasters, like they think that like you need to snap right back as soon as they're done talking, and that's like it was saying that wasn't the case. You know what I mean? Because I have been crash coursing myself to be a better podcaster.
Yeah,
like I've been reading
podcaster, conversationalist.
Yeah, I've definitely been trying to be better and reading up on being better.
I try to do everything better, but
I do too. But I'm just saying I've put a lot of focus into this lately. Obviously, yeah.
For the guy that never wanted to do it, that's a lot.
For the guy that just was, just stepping on to a show one time to fill in for somebody, yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. What are the odds?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know why, don't know how, don't know who.
I don't either.
All we got to go with is us here and now.
Mm-hmm. Here I am right now.
That's the other thing. I'm like, what the heck? I heard a noise. It was your
It wasn't that Roomba again, was it?
right now. It's
No.
that box you got there.
Oh, it's a Roomba cutting a Roomba in half. I watched that episode over a couple of times. I laughed pretty hard at my little Roomba jokes. I mean, maybe I just think I'm funny, whatever. But
Yeah,
I giggled at myself.
I do all the time. I'm the guy that has to sit and edit this and listen to it.
Yeah.
And when I say edit, I mean cut out the longer silences and shorten them up.
Yeah. So did you laugh at my Roomba joke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I heard it 3 times over.
Yeah. I was having a good time with it.
Speaking of getting to interview these people, some of the shit people will say in interviews, especially like when they called in to our first guy we brought up, Larry King. Marlon Brando, the first time he was on, he ended it. I think he did some type of duet with, I read it, but with little duet thing with Sinatra, and then kissed him. Then he came back on a few years later, spouting off that Hollywood is ran by Jews. As much, I don't want to throw that word out there just carelessly, but that's legit what he said.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson called in mid-broadcast of Larry King's show because when you were watching O.J.'s Bronco going down the highway being chased, that was Larry King's show that you were seeing that on.
Oh, really?
Like CNN and that. Yeah, that was his show. So I think a day or two after O.J. was acquitted is when he called in to Larry King's show mid-broadcast to say, hey, thanks for being fair.
Yeah. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit.
Right. Right. I don't know if I believe all that.
I don't either. I heard that once and I was like, I like that little saying.
Was that something that was actually said?
It was in a movie.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
it wasn't actually in trial.
No, it was in a movie or something. I thought it was kind of funny.
But yeah, no, just another one. Seinfeld was on there, and King kind of threw out the challenge about his show being canceled. And Seinfeld kind of got a little wound up about it, and King says about all shows go down a little, and Jerry's like, snap back, well, so do people also. But yeah, no. And to think, that show, who hasn't heard of Seinfeld, okay? While that name got brought up.
I mean, most people.
Did you watch it?
I
Not
tried.
a fan?
It's okay. I don't think it was the greatest show on television by any means.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I hated the show. I hated going to friends' houses and seeing it on. It was stupid.
Yeah.
Until I sat and watched it. And then I'm like, all right, this is all right.
Yeah. But it's only all right, like, for a while. Like, I found, like, first 4 seasons of it for, like, $5 somewhere. And I'm like, all right, $5, it's worth all that. And, like, I watched it, but, I said, I laughed at parts, but it wasn't, like, something that grabbed me like Cheers or Roseanne or Game of Thrones or anything like that.
Right. It's a show about nothing.
Exactly. I mean, it's genius.
It is that.
Yeah.
But no. I don't know. Imagine if we get canceled too.
By who?
Somebody out there's going to do it.
Don't we have to cancel ourselves at this point on here?
On Facebook, no.
Oh.
But the audio show, yeah, we have to cancel. I mean, we could do something to get it taken down.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to do that.
Right. But it's going to have to be pretty extreme.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyhow, as far as the Newsly News, it was a whole Newsly News segment this week. I did pull some stuff up. As you can see, our bright background is burning holes in your eyes because it's so bright.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our audio podcast that we do. We try to live stream weekly. After we live stream the following week, the audio episode uploads at 5 p.m. So if you're watching a show on a Sunday, after that show ends, an audio episode not uploads, it publishes at 5 p.m. You have something from last week to listen to. It's a weird schedule. I want to get it down to when we stream, release the same day, but work don't allow that as of yet. Anyhow, this is the content that we do. We also have, if I can find my mouse, where's my mice? We have the website. That's another thing. All the social media links are there. I have to add one up there for Jimmy over here. I don't have any of his social up there, but he is a beast at getting the word out that something is happening. And eyes get on it. Like eyes on. Dude, I should get you on my package that went missing.
I can. If it's one thing, man, I can scream out loud and let people know something's happening.
Right. And then we have the Facebook page as well. I have changes made to the website. I don't know when they will be published, but I do, like I said, I always bring it up. I want to publish them soon. But whenever you're the one making this stuff, when you're not quite happy with it, you're just hesitant to click that publish button. But hey, it's not like the whole world can see it.
Right.
They got to find it to see it. Anyhow, what can we pull from today's episode, if anything? It's not a good year for advertising.
It's not a good year for advertising. There's many different ways. There's many different forms of conversation. And Larry King was like the Elvis of broadcasting. How's
the Elvis
that?
of broad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah, I think him or Dan Rather could duke it out for the championship, but Dan's still alive, so he kind of wins, I guess. So I guess Larry King would be the runner-up.
Runner-up?
Yeah, he's like the second best broadcaster ever behind Dan Rather because Dan Rather outlived him.
Okay,
yeah,
we're going. Yeah.
That's how I'm scoring points today.
Just imagine if Jesus had a microphone. He would be number one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
If he would have, yeah.
But I don't think they had mics back then.
I don't either. They'd have probably taken it from him before they put him on the cross too.
Give me that.
They like stuff it down in that diaper thing he was wearing. They're like, you can just hold that there.
Wine cloth.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever it was. Like he's Tarzan. It was leopard print.
All right. Anyhow.
I'm done.
As far as us go, as far as we go, a couple of new kings going for that old broadcasting crown.
That's right. Looking for the big steal.
Talk about being a new member. So we got a comment. We got to get this guy on the show. He has something to say. Talk about being a member of the new 4K club. So I upgraded. I got a bigger TV. It's got 4K now.
Yeah.
The only thing I have that'll do 4K, I think, is my Fire. I have a Fire Stick.
Okay.
But yeah. I don't think, no, PlayStation don't do it. I don't have the Pro model. I think I'm stuck at 1080 on everything.
PS5 will.
Yeah, I don't have one of those expansion boxes.
I got you.
Just the PS4. I got the old model.
Same here, man. I just bought a PS4 last year. I was using a 3 up until last year.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
No, there isn't. It suits what I need it for, so I'm good. Like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need.
Didn't you talk about getting a PS4 as well, or was that something off the show we talked about?
My brother got the 5.
Oh, he got a 5?
Yeah, he got a 5. It went through hell to get it.
Aren't they a bit ridiculous looking, like the body wise?
Yeah,
like, it's such an odd. I'm not saying they're bad.
No, but it's an odd shape and stuff, man. Like,
and it looks like a Wi-Fi router.
Yeah, pretty much.
We got same guy comment. He's got a PS5 and an Xbox Series X for sale.
Who is this guy?
I'm gonna say friend.
Okay. Does he have a name?
Yeah, Jay.
Oh, okay. Well, if he has it for sale, does he look like we have that? I don't have that kind of money.
Hey, man. For sale.
Yeah.
Especially on hard to get items.
Unless you're like paying me for this now.
What, you getting paid?
That's what I'm asking. Are we getting paid? If we're getting paid for this, then, maybe I will. You have to talk to my boss.
You know what? Someday.
Maybe.
I definitely want to.
Yeah, I'd like to as well.
Until then.
I'll see you here.
Yeah. Like I said, new kings in a big world going for that old broadcasting crown.
That's right. Don't miss the come up, biatch.
We out. We're out.
Good. All right.
Thumbs up, man. Be safe. Take care of each other this week.
Yeah. Check out my new show coming out this Sunday, too. 9 a.m. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Morning Buzz with Jimmy. Go to Allegedly Records, subscribe. Smash that subscribe button, as one would say.
Forgot the bell.
Ding.
Click the notification bell.
Yeah. Smash that subscribe, though. Get us there. Get us there. But yeah, watch it. It'll be there. I'll be there. Hopefully.
All right, people.
Until next time.
No, we're sitting there looking like fools.
Yeah, look at us go.
I don't know how to end it.
We'll just end it, man. Oh my God.